Get to the question you're asking about President Trump. If you look at what happened in the last month, the so-called Ukraine crisis, Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, who's under enormous pressure from these right-wing Ukrainian nationalist networks. And by the way, if people in the Homeland Security and Justice Department want to look for Nazis and right-wing extremists, they should look at the people we're working with in Ukraine. These are real right-wing extremists. They go back, they trace their roots back to the Ukrainian SS units that served with the Nazis to do ethnic cleansing of Russians, Poles, Romanians, and Jews during World War II. That's where people like Podobwy and the right sector and the Azov battalion come from. Now what happened is, on March 24th, Zelensky, under pressure from this grouping, declared that Ukraine will take back Crimea and drive Russia out of the Donbass. Now, Russia's not in the Donbass. Those are the breakaway states in eastern Ukraine. But after Zelensky made those threats, the Russians had a very rapid military maneuver on the Ukraine border, but inside Russia. And the Russian chief of staff said, who are they to tell us we can't have maneuvers on our own country? Now, this set off alarm bells. I don't know if you know this, Sean, but U.S. forces in NATO were put on the highest alert the day that the Russians moved some of their units, their mechanized units, to the border. Now, as you point out, the U.S. was planning on sending warships into the Black Sea, contravening treaty agreements. They later backed off from